I am excited too. Welcome back, everybody. I know this is a very special episode, actually. We have a somewhat unexpected guest. He's not unexpected, but if you ever go to the channel, you'll see his face is the first thing you see when you go to the RDG channel.
Yeah.
Today, obviously, we have our regular, and then we have Rick here. I'll introduce you as Rick, right?
That is my name.
The name of the channel is RDG, and he is one of the founding members. So, Nick, please bow to him. He is our. He's like, no.
It's the Lord and Savior right there.
No. We have too much fun on this show, is what it is, and we've been doing this for a year now. We totally missed our anniversary. Actually, I mentioned it to Nick.
I know we did.
Because
I got no clue.
I know he had no clue.
See, David says he does things, but he doesn't do it.
I don't. Look, see, we've been talking about. We'll get to other stuff, but basically, it's been a year. We've been doing this now for a year. Nick came on, and we've been doing Thinking Out Loud, which is still a lot of fun. We see you guys watching, and we know you don't watch all the way through. It's not a big deal. You still tune in, and I see that. Thank you. But today we're doing a special episode. Well, it's not that special, but it is special to us.
I think it's special.
It is special, right? It's an RDG episode, right? So it's not your regularly scheduled Thinking Out Loud. You still will get one this week. You know me in the description. You know, if it's not Wednesday, it's on me. And then this you'll see it when you see it. If I tell you when you're gonna see it, then you're not gonna ever see it.
You'll see it on the channel.
You'll see it on the channel. It'll be there. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Now, normally for the RDG, we would usually have topics ready. Unlike the Thinking Out Loud show that we do, we just start talking and do whatever the fuck we want in terms of topics. But, today we have a bit of a ban list because we have our boss in front of us, so I can't just talk about anything I want. I have to censor myself. I have to make sure I don't get canceled for any particular reason. So, but anyways, on to some more.
You truly are the liability.
I know, right?
I
really
worry
am.
about you.
Yeah, even Nick tells me, he's like, fuck, you're the reason we're going to get canceled. We're going to get kicked off. But for the most part, we're just here to just catch up and, have a good time.
I'm just here to look pretty.
You always.
Yeah.
You are the eye candy of the show. That's what everybody says in the comments. If we
Sounds
had
about
commenters.
right.
Yeah. But anyways, how was your trip over here?
He should have been the face of it, actually.
The face of it?
You should be the thumbnail.
That's actually a good point. Yeah, because you do have that.
That's a compliment.
You got that golden ratio, dude. You got that synchronicity and shit going on.
Yeah, just
the problem is
put my face with a cowboy hat.
Oh.
Boom.
No, a nice half naked photo of you.
That might work.
Like if we just started doing that as a thumbnail, I guarantee people would be so much more interested.
Give me like 3 months. I gotta work out.
3 months?
But after that, for sure.
You say you're gonna work out all the time.
Well, I mean that's our boss. Is that okay?
To do what?
Whenever.
Half naked thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yes. Ask him for permission. Ask him for permission.
I was waiting for the half. Because at first you were like a naked picture, and I was like,
no, yeah, I would.
Censor something.
Yeah, we're always trying to find ways to gain traction. I know we don't do enough of promoting, and Nick does all of our promoting. He is our promoter, basically, right? Because, you put it up, and people are like, "Oh my God, you're doing this."
Well, I didn't promote the last 4 episodes.
And people are just flock to them.
Yeah.
They love it. They love it. They love scarcity, is what it is. They love it when we don't give them enough of us, because then they start asking. They're like, "Well, where is it at? What are we doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And then we hit them with one, and then they just flock.
These glasses are tripping me the fuck out because I don't know if he's staring at you.
I was explaining to him that I only started wearing these for anybody who's curious. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's not a matter of comfortability.
Yeah, I literally always wanted to wear them. But because of our light issue, I was like, I can't. Because then you see the ring, you see I was like, here, if there is, that's why I asked him. I was like, is it going to mess with the light? And he's like, no. And I was like,
what was you going to say? Isn't the most douchey thing to wear glasses
Indoors.
Indoors?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I like that because sometimes I might say something really nice and then they're going to ignore the glasses. Because I've seen people, one time we went to the Beverly Center, and there was a dude in there walking around with glasses, but he had them like this. He had them like this so that he could look down and walk around. And then he'd be like this. I kid you not. He was doing it unironically.
was he older or was he?
Yeah, it's
like an
older male move.
Yeah.
No, he was
sure.
he looked like a Persian. He looked like one of those. They be acting like...
I just said age-wise.
No,
I think he was talking about a Beverly Hills
A Beverly Hills Persian. if you're familiar with
You
those.
haven't been gone for that long. You know what the
No,
hell
because
that
like
is.
you know how like in the Beverly Hills Center area,
Uh-huh,
you
I
see
know
people
Beverly Center, yeah.
people dressed a certain way that
Very
evoke
tight fit
very
clothing
tight
to
fit
show
clothing,
their-
kind of European
Oh, okay,
style.
okay, I got it.
Yeah, they got that going on. You know, you love to judge, you know. So
I do like
you
to
would,
judge.
if you saw this, you think
My
to your
face,
you
yeah.
would think to yourself like, God damn, God
Yeah.
damn. But
That's
any,
crazy. I
Do you
haven't been-
do
I really
you
wanna
people
go.
watch in the airport? Is that a
Oh,
good
yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I have my headphones and then I just look around.
Yeah.
That's actually why I'm a big fan of sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a fan of privacy, and I should be the only one that knows what I'm looking at.
I like
Fair
that.
enough.
That was a good way of look. I like that. I've never.
But
thought
I
of it
don't
like
wear
that.
it. Other than if there's another douche that's wearing them, then I wear. But I can't be the only one.
Yeah,
Got
no,
it.
it feels weird. Like I immediately walk into a place, I feel like I gotta take them off because I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Wearing
Yeah.
them in, like you know how if you walk into a place where it's just outside, but there's shade, I'm kind of thinking to myself, I kind of want to take them off because it's a matter of like not looking cool anymore. It's like it's really dark. Like I want to be able to see.
Yeah.
Like it's not even a funny anymore. Like I'm just like, let me take these off.
I think one of two things. I think you're either a douchebag
Mhm.
or you're like super high. Because when I'm super high, I have to put on sunglasses.
Yeah, yeah. You want to because
Ah.
the eyes are the windows to the soul. You don't want people to know exactly how you feel all the time.
Yeah, that's
So that's a good way of looking at it.
have
right?
Good
someone
point.
accidentally fall in love with you. That's crazy.
No,
Happens to me all the time. Stuff.
dude. Tell me about it. I wish it were that easy for me. Fuck, having to look into someone's eyes and just immediately fall in love.
Yeah, but I'm
Fucking-
also blind as hell when the sun's out.
Are you?
So yes, I will literally look at you like this.
Am I the only person who's skeptical of like? Because I've never worn glasses, so I
Mhm.
don't know the feeling of like, oh, I need to put glasses on to read something or to like comprehend something. So I'm like,
Well, it's for.
No,
as
no,
a
I'm
person
not
that
talking
wears
about glasses. I'm talking about my eyes,
Yeah.
just in general.
oh,
in the
okay.
sun.
So you have one of the ones that turn, like they shade in.
No, I wish I did. I'm too broke for that.
I'm too broke for that.
Yeah. Yeah, can I get a raise?
Can we? Well,
Which one?
which one?
That I'm delegating to him.
Let me. Yeah, no,
Let me get mine.
and for me, like I actually am a man. I prefer glasses over like certain accessories. Like
Mm.
you have the earrings and stuff. Like I'm just barely pulling off a fucking one of those bags. The bag I've been wearing. I've been just barely pulling that off. For me to pull off an earring, I'd have to find a new level of like gayness.
Yeah, it's,
For
it's,
me
it's
to,
considered
like-
very feminine in
Like
the Hispanic
there
culture.
is that gay in
to
me.
wear.
To wear an earring.
Oh, to wear an earring.
Yeah, wear
Oh
an
yeah.
earring.
Yeah.
Remember, it was the whole which side.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And you
I got both because I didn't know what side was which.
yeah, it's better to
I got both as
I didn't
well.
want it. I was like, if I put in the wrong one, then I'm
They're gonna
fine.
immediately
Yeah.
think, yeah. And I'm not at that point in my life where like I have the confidence to get a piercing, and I'd be down for a piercing if.
Get
It's
nose.
very simple too.
Huh?
Get a nose. It would fit you.
Oof,
Oh no.
Little nose piercing.
Don't do it.
damn, what would that say? Like,
Oh, it's horrible.
Not
Okay.
a septum, but get like the nose ring.
I would like.
That's
a,
the next piercing I want. I want a nose ring.
Are you gonna
You
get a
want
nose?
it?
Yeah, I think
get,
that should be dope.
Get whatever you want.
Here or like the
yeah,
not
the
the-
little ring right there.
That is nice that you are comfortable enough to wear jewelry on your face as a guy,
Yeah.
because I get people get the snake bites and stuff. Remember that was a thing.
I really wanted snake bites when I was younger.
Oof.
I'm so glad I did not
And
go through
does that heal like
No,
the hole?
it
No.
doesn't.
Yeah, you still.
It doesn't. I've seen someone who had snake bites as an adult. Does not heal.
Jordy had snake bites for a while, and I gotta say that shit was kind of cool.
No, I don't think he did.
Did he not?
No, he had a.
I was thinking
Oh,
about,
I don't know if I'm sharing too much information about Jordan, but he had a tongue piercing.
yeah, I mean, no, that's not a.
That's not the same thing. That's a,
No, but I mean, like anything on your face, like getting a tattoo on your face, a piercing on your face. I mean, a piercing you can take off. You can't take a tattoo off.
Yeah.
And so I guess, yeah.
Usually how it works.
Yeah, I mean, like a piercing, but like it scars
It does,
the
yeah.
area that you get the piercing in, depending on how well it is. I was never inclined to do it, to get like a piercing, but when people would go to Claire's and shit, right, that's where everybody went.
That's where I went.
That's where you
No,
went?
yeah, I'm a bitch.
Did you?
I went to Claire's. For
Wait,
sure.
you went to the barbershop or what?
No. No.
The girl
You
did it at
the
school?
barbershop?
Yeah, at some barbershops, they'll do
Oh,
like
no,
piercings.
I went to
The courtyard?
tattoo and
Oh.
Tattoo,
piercing
yeah.
place,
That's the right way to do it.
Yeah, I remember this woman in middle school. It was this girl, right? She was like doing fucking piercings snake bite piercings in the middle of fucking nutrition.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
There was some wild fucking people.
yeah. Then in hindsight, I'm like, we were children. I felt like we were like talking to each other like.
We were just talking about infections, and I mean, how did they not get that stuff
Dude,
infected?
apparently she was understood that she had to sanitize the safety pin because she
Yeah.
used the safe. They would
I
use
know,
the safety
they
pin.
use like a
burn the
safety,
safety
it was
pin.
Oh
crazy.
right, they
Yeah.
would do that.
Yeah, yeah.
They. Oh my god.
No, we were some
it's just-
crazy fucking kids.
I don't remember.
I know people got belly button piercings during lunch and shit. It was nuts.
Oh, you know what? I think I remember someone actually doing a belly button piercing. I remember them laying on the bench. You know how there's benches in the recess area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just lay down, and she just pulled a little skin and just. I'm like, what the? How?
We are the creators of DIY.
The creators of DIY. No, those were.
Oh, okay.
Not maybe not us, but the generation of us is
Dude,
for
that's
sure.
it's insane the amount of people
I
that.
forgot what it stood for, and I was like, is that a gang?
Is that a gang?
I don't wanna
DIY?
be affiliated to any
Oh, you were
that
thinking of
stuff.
DUI.
I'm not trying to get
Yeah.
banged on in the comment section. No, sir.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, no, I'm not ready for a piercing. I'm ready for a tattoo though.
Mm.
I'm ready for a tattoo.
What are you thinking?
What am I thinking? I'll be honest. I want a nice.
You want a mushroom, huh?
Oof. No.
That
am
would
I-
be dope.
Look, a fungi.
That would actually be kind of cool.
Look, I know a little bit about mushrooms, not the magic ones, more or less in general.
Mhm.
Fungi, is what I think the appropriate
That's
name.
exactly what I just thought of.
Yeah, fungi. Yeah.
Is it not
Fun
fungi?
guy. It's fun guy.
But this guy who's like a doctor or a scientist who studies, I think the scientific term is mycelium.
Yeah. It is.
He pronounced it fungi, and I was confused as well. I thought it was fungi,
Yeah.
but I guess fungi is the appropriate way of pronouncing it.
I
But
mean,
I
it
think
makes
both is
sense.
fine. I think both is fine. Fungi.
That's what we've been lied to our
Right,
entire
like-
lives.
So I was like, you know what? I want to get a very detailed version of an anatomic anatomy, right? So anatomically correct heart tattooed onto somewhere on my arm.
Fucking
Really?
simp.
We're
That's
just
like
okay, because
Has that not been banned?
I know, right? Because what I want it to be is I want it in black and white,
Uh-huh.
so that the white side is very detailed outline of it. So the same thing with a small dotted line down the middle to represent the very thin line between good and evil that resides in every man's heart. This is I've spoken to you about this.
Okay, I like
regarding
it.
regarding
It's a good story.
yeah, okay. Well, this story has a deep-rooted history, and
Yeah.
it starts in the Soviet Union back in the early 20th century when fucking communist Russia, Stalin, and his cronies basically decided to call all the farmers people who were much better than peasants. And so, therefore, the peasants were under the impression that the farmers were these people who had collected all this wealth, all this land, and that they were the ones who were benefiting from the work and effort that the peasants were doing, right? They were under that impression because the government at the time told them that. The next thing that happened was they shipped off all those farmers off to the Gulag, Siberia. Half of them froze to death. So many people died of starvation because the peasants who wanted that land had no idea how to farm, no idea how to fucking cultivate a fucking plant.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Before you were talking about all this, I didn't even know the Gulag was a real thing.
Dude,
Tell me why I just thought of Warzone.
Yeah, that's
I
exactly
was
what
like,
I thought of.
I was
God.
like,
I
so
thought
they
of
didn't have a
Warzone right
chance
away.
to get out?
they didn't have a chance to respawn. That's a good one.
A chance to fight for their lives?
Oh, dude,
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, no, they did not have a chance to fight. More people starved to death than the amount of people died in the Holocaust.
Which is sad, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm just
this is
not
this
trying
is
to make
super
light of
tragic.
it. It is.
It's like, fucking Gabby can wait.
Oh, that's-
Gabby Pellet can wait. Like her ass went missing for like a week, and we found her like that. Patrice O'Neill. Dude, I'm going off on another one, but look, let me just finish off on the tattoo idea.
Yeah.
I just want my tattoo to be a nice representation of how fallible and flawed I am. You guys who watch our show every week know that I talk a lot, and so it's best I get something that represents something that I'm well aware of, and it represents a lot of us too, because we're all just as capable of doing evil as if we are doing good.
And you want it on your arm,
So yeah, somewhere nice and presentable.
not
Eh,
like your chest, where
Oof.
maybe your heart would.
Maybe
be.
like right in between. Yeah, it's because I kind of want to show it off. I think it's nice. I think it'd be
You
cool
gotta,
to
wear,
show.
you gotta start wearing V-necks if you're going to
Yeah.
get
He
it
is.
on
You just
you.
gotta make it
That's
deeper.
right there,
Yeah, no,
boom.
these. So the problem is I'm building a lot of shoulder and back muscle, so these
Uh-huh.
V-necks are just creeping up my neck and
Mhm.
shit. And you know what?
Love that for you.
To change the topic, I used to love wearing V-necks because I used to hate wearing crew necks because I'm like, I feel like I'm being choked up. Like I swear to you. And then afterwards,
Yeah, actually, I remember you wearing V-necks when we were younger.
I wore V-necks all
I thought
the
I
time.
was super gay. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, but that was the time though, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you saw a dude wearing
You thought
a
he was?
V-neck- Huh?
You thought he
the
was?
sense of wearing
Yeah.
a V-neck.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because like I got into
it's like I still do. Oh.
And I'm kind of like starting to like, man, I'm not even like fucking petty about wearing a V-neck anymore. But I used to be. I'm like, I can't wear this crew neck because it makes me look fat and I got titties and shit, you know. And I'm like, it kind of encroaches upon your neck and this loose feeling.
I mean, that's why I wear crew necks. I gotta look like I got something
That's
here
what I'm
at
saying.
least.
And for
Shit.
me, I was trying to look slimmer, thinner, you know. And so having this with the more open neck, I'm like, I look a little slimmer.
Yeah.
So that was
that's,
the that was the
that's what it
idea
is.
behind me wearing V-necks. And now that I work out and I'm a little more consistent, wearing crew necks makes me feel tight. Makes me feel like, oof, like you've got a body under that shirt and it conforms right here to this and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you wear your shirts and you got a nice crew neck and you can feel it kind of hugging your neck.
It's more of when you have a good pump in you, and
Yes.
then you feel that shirt on you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
for
shirt.
sure. Like I'm a skinny dude, but when I have a good pump, I can feel it.
And you got a nice crew neck
And I'm
on.
proud of it. I'm like, yeah, let me take some pictures right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I get it. For sure.
It's a full confidence thing. And now the crew neck has become a staple of my wardrobe when I'm chilling. If I want to go out, like out, I'm like, okay, I got to look for a crew neck, or if I'm going to show any kind of cleavage, make sure it's a button up.
Mm.
You know, because like I'm gonna, I'm a little more comfortable. You know, my gayness is under more control. So now I can,
You got a handle on it.
now I can exert it while
I mean, you
still
still
being-
got a man bun. I don't know how much you have it under control.
That's a good point, because like now it's manifesting itself as I would say more. I'm like coming into my own, coming out as Mexican or whatever.
Mm.
Coming out-
Are you trying to become like the whole alpha male?
No, like
I mean, you're working out. You got the man bun. You got a beard. You wear glasses inside.
I'm trying to be the most dangerous man in the room without anybody noticing.
That's some good shit. I
Yes,
like that.
yes.
Wow.
Like
I don't.
what did
No.
Sun Tzu, I forgot what
None of that.
I forgot what Sun Tzu said. He was like, "Oh, you want to move in silence, and then when it's time to strike hard," or some shit like that.
I mean, Chris is the most dangerous man in the room, though.
Yeah, like
So-
this we're, just to be clear, guys, we are under surveillance.
All the time.
At all
The
time.
camera's right there.
And all the time, always.
Very well.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, no. So that's the kind of tattoo I want to get. Just like a really nice, detailed thingy. Like,
Would you get anywhere other than your arm?
Because I get what you're
Mhm.
saying
Yeah.
about like make it presentable.
yeah,
Right,
it's-
like you want people to be
like
able to
yours,
see it.
like that right there.
Yeah, but
that-
most people only think I have one because of that.
But dude,
Right.
that right there, it's perfect. Like I love that it sits not too far from your wrist
Yep.
and not too high up your arm. It's perfect. I like that. I
So
like
you
that
want your
place.
forearm?
Yeah.
You would do it in color, right?
The heart, it needs to be in black and white
Oh, you
because it's the yin and yang thing, the dichotomy of man. You
Mm.
know.
Okay.
I know. This is like the fourth or third time I've explained it because last time I was with some other friends.
Oh,
And
that's the
why
first time I've ever heard.
This is why
it.
because I've gotten good at explaining it. Before I would stumble about what the fuck I'm
Yeah.
saying, but now I really understand why I want to get it because all the people in my life have tattoos. Like
Yeah.
my sister, who I barely see anymore, she's got like a ton. She's got
It's like you reaching out to her.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, like she's got like a fucking ton. And my mom, she's all tatted up, dude. She's
Yeah,
like,
mom is
she's got
tatted up.
sleeves. She's got tattoos, and like some of them are like honestly super legit. She's gone to that high voltage place, where Kat Von D's shop is at.
Mhm,
She's
mhm.
gotten a lot of work done there.
Your uncles as well, right?
Yeah, he's done work too. Yeah, he's also tatted up. It's super cool. Like I grew up around them, and I never ever found the urge to want one. Maybe it's just because I always saw her getting them. I'm like, I don't even know what these are. You know, I didn't understand. And then,
Yeah, I think the scariest thing is that when you get your first one and you realize that you can get through that pain, that's the bottom. Like, you're only going to get more after that. Especially when you see the way it looks on you, you're going to be like, yeah, I love this.
that's what I keep hearing. People tell me that once you get one,
Yeah,
And I think it's also the permanent thing. It's once you get over, like once you get one and you're like, okay, this is gonna be with me. Once you get over that idea, then you're good. Because most people, I think, struggle on the first tattoo because they're like, it has to be perfect because this is gonna always be with me.
And they-
so they, you know, they go back and forth. I mean, that's why it took me so long because I was like, I want it to be great, but what if I get it and then I'm like, I don't like this thing.
Yeah,
and
you're
it's gonna be
pissed.
with me. So I now gotta either get it removed or whatever. So it's like you're talking about yours, and it's like you're saying how much meaning it has.
Right. It's sentimental.
And
to
I think
you.
at that point, yeah, you could get one because some people just
yeah.
just get stuff.
And in that sense, like I've done a lot of hard, long thinking about it just to like make sure, because like you're right, you know, you don't want to just jump. I mean, some people do just jump
people
into
do.
it and like,
Yeah.
cool, like
I
you're-
did. I
Yeah,
literally,
but yours-
the day I got my neck one, the day I got it, I thought about it 3 hours before, and I was like, yeah, I need that. If I
3
don't get
hours?
that, I'm
3
like,
hours?
I need
no,
that.
I was like, if I don't get it, I'm literally
never gonna do
like,
it?
I'm not gonna survive the next year. So I need it,
And I gotta say,
and I
like,
got it.
it's cute.
It is cute.
It's
It's actually one
fucking
of
cute.
the
Like, what does your
most
girl say?
talked about things when I'm out. Everyone always approaches me. "What
It's
do
so
you-
weird because
what
I've
does it
never seen
mean?"
it, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, no, nice tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really like it's sharp. It doesn't look obnoxious.
Right.
Well, it's just simple. It's nice and simple, and it's in a
Exactly.
good location.
Yeah, and I was just asking, what did your girl think like when you introduced her to your idea of
when
having
she
these?
saw it when I was bald,
Yeah.
like full, pretty much, I was on a zero guard. at
Oh, you
that
were still
time.
bald?
Yeah, I was straight
Yeah.
zeros at that time, but she loved it. She
That's
thought,
good.
She thought it was nice. She
I
was
forgot
like,
you
know,
were-
obviously, what does it mean to you?
Mm-hmm.
And or not what it meant to you. She was just like, what does it mean? And then I explained like, well, you know, I kind of got out of a psych unit a couple months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm here. So
Yeah, it's like
that's
what do you
kind
call
of what
it?
it means to
You know
me.
how like when you're an alcoholic and then you go sober,
Yeah.
and you get like one of those badges. That's what that is.
It's my badge,
It's a
exactly.
badge of not.
Oh, you mean the coins?
Yeah,
the coin,
coins.
yeah.
Yeah.
They should make patches for people who don't kill themselves every year. You know what I mean? That's a good idea. Like, I haven't killed myself for this long. I should get a fucking patch.
Like
like
the
if-
the meaning of it, like the
Yeah.
back, like the incentive of what you're saying, like, hey, don't kill yourself, we'll give you a patch.
Yes.
Is like the concept, I think, of like anything we can keep, you know, people
you
going.
alive,
That's
yeah.
great. But it's just like a patch. Like you just have people line up just in these centers getting this patch. Like,
You realize like how many people have
yeah,
tried not to kill-
2021, and it's
But it
just
would
like,
have to be some like dark humor type of patch,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
maybe someone falling out of the sky and like, well, I lived. Like, you know, like it'd have to be something where you're
a
just like,
failed suicide attempt. you're
Yeah,
saying.
exactly. Because
So, get-
the majority of
so
the time-
congratulate them for yeah.
or at least when I was in there, the people I met, like it was very humbling to me, you know, to hear their experience and how many times they had been in there. Man, some of those people were like in and out at least 8 times. I was like, God damn.
that's
Like
tough.
you didn't
Or-
learn after the first time that maybe life's worth
Yeah, living
a little more.
Yeah, maybe God is trying to tell you something, like, and then you're mad because God didn't save you. It's like, what the fuck? He just saved you like 5 times.
Look,
that you
this
tried
is
to
gonna
kill-
be controversial,
What'd you say? Oh, go ahead.
but I think, oh fuck, yeah, I can say,
No, go ahead.
suicide.
Yeah.
Right? Like people look at it as like a way to get like, oh, it's kind of like cowardice
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
to
Some-
do it.
Some people do for
right?
sure.
They really do. And they're
Yeah.
like, you know, you just gave up. But I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, life is like when they say it's cruel, I'm like that's for sure. Like
Yeah.
nobody chose to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Like our parents chose that.
Exactly.
They did. I mean, you don't
It's
even
America,
choose your
yeah.
name.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You don't choose what you wear. Like your whole identity is given to you.
From
Like
your
you get to
parents.
make choices after like a certain point. But I mean, by that point, you've been nurtured a certain way.
Mhm.
So if you think about it, suicide is really those are the only people that took control of their life. They were just like, I'm done here.
Mm-hmm.
And they just got off the train.
Yeah, I mean, as
When everybody else is just waiting for a stop.
as fucked as that is, that's actually something I've thought about for a very long time. Because when we were younger, there was a couple people at our high school who actually did commit suicide. And
You know what? I'm not familiar with any of them.
yeah, no, I didn't know any of them, but you know, you hear,
Mm-hmm.
and usually in the Disneyland area,
Disneyland area?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of suicidal fools in that area.
right? So I just remember hearing that.
Near the happiest place on earth.
Right? That's so ironic. Damn, look at you, Mr. Talking about pointing out. Yeah, that's true.
Pointing out what-
No, because like I never, it just occurred to me. Yeah, go ahead. But that was a good one. That was good.
That's pretty true.
That's pretty
I
true.
never
Yeah.
thought about it like that. Yeah. Anyways, the point is that when you know when I heard those stories, I thought about it that way. Where I was like, I wonder what drove them to that point where they were like, you know, I'll just meet everyone later on in life because right now I have to take control of my situation. It's pretty fucked.
You know, I think
If there is a heaven or a hell or whatever the hell there is.
and if there isn't, that sucks for them because they dipped and they thought there was something over there. And then there's
well,
nothing.
usually when you,
Commit.
as you say, dipped.
Yeah.
Dipped out.
I don't think it was so that they can go somewhere else. I think it was just to
To get away from everything.
just end it.
Like, can you imagine if there was, like, we know, like, let's say we figured out what was after death, and we're like, oh yeah, there's this paradise where your spirit lives outside your body, and things manifest themselves in whatever manner you wish to have them manifest. It'd be like, then why the fuck are we suffering on Earth? You know what I mean? You'd be like, can I just euthanize myself and like go quietly?
It was the whole point, from what I understand, is that, but I don't understand much about this because I don't know anything. But
It's like,
Because yeah,
I'm
you've
not
never
suicidal.
committed suicide.
yeah,
Yeah,
this is not this is not experienced talk. This is
Speculation.
Speculation. There we go. Is that this is a test, right? Because the whole like God allowing you to live in paradise is that you are being tested here and how you do. That's why when you get up there, you know the whole gate thing where it's like, are you on the list or is it a +1? No, you're going down. That whole thing is based on like how we live our lives here.
Yeah.
So that's why suicide is something that's looked, and it's a horrible thing. But in that context, it's like, well, it wasn't your time or whatever. So then you don't like, I don't know where actually you would go.
Yeah, like I think you just get stuck, like in limbo.
purgatory?
I think you would be born again. I think that's what happened.
Reincarnation. would be-
Yeah.
I think I hate the idea of that.
But I
do this
believe
all
It's
over
a
again.
roll of the dice, you know. It's a roll of the
Yeah,
dice.
I mean, I hate the idea of it as well, but I think it's pretty damn possible. Like every moment a child is born, and every moment someone dies.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is
That's
weird.
actually crazy.
Like in the grand scheme of things, like if you lived back in the fucking 300 BC or whatever, you just think your whole life revolves around your little hut, you know?
Yeah.
You don't realize that there are other people on the other side of the planet just like trying to survive or like live and not die, but they die to like natural like fucking events or like causes, but you just aren't aware of death, you know, just your own. I think that's just fascinating, right? That like we don't think about it because, well, we don't really care because our self is more important that we're alive versus caring about the people who die regularly, right?
Right.
Because we're not really thinking about the effects of it on us. Somebody said it best. They're like, one of the best ways to look at life. He didn't say best. He said one of the ways to look at it, and he said, this is the way I look at it. He said, you have to realize that 80% of the population doesn't care what happens to 20% of the population, right? The idea that like, if the United States was just like, oh, there's this huge like catastrophic event happening on the other side of the world, 80% of us would just be like, well, it's only 20% of the people. It's like, it's not going to affect us. We'll be fine. You know, we'll hear about it on the news, but we're not going to be affected in any way. We really don't care. It isn't until it happens to us that 80% of the world does not care about us, the 20% of the population, right? I just thought that was an
I think when
interesting-
you feel an earthquake, the first thing you think of is, well, it wasn't tough for me,
Yeah.
right? Then
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
then you start thinking about other people, but usually it's people in your life.
Yes.
And you're like,
yes.
are they okay?
Yes.
And then that's about it. And then you're just
That's
like,
a
you
good
talk about it
example.
later on, and you're like, yeah, I really didn't feel it. Like, oh, it wasn't bad. However,
The
And
20% of
maybe-
people over
yeah,
there,
it
yeah.
could've just
Destroyed, yeah.
destroyed, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's like, it's so weird because it's such a small world now.
Do you donate to the Red Cross when you see
No.
things like? Yeah, see, I don't either.
Yeah.
I complained about it last week. Remember? I told you too, having to donate to anything other than Flint, Michigan.
No.
Bro, like
Even though you've been talking about
I'm
Michigan
talking,
a lot.
I'm talking like I'm like taking an Uber here and like ordering food and shit. And every time they ask me right after I tip, they're like, "Oh, would you like to donate to help Afghan families?" I'm like, "No, stop. Send them back to their country. You're sending them here." And we just recently had a huge migration from Haiti because they had a fucking natural disaster. I mean,
Right.
no, they had their president assassinated, and then they had a huge ass earthquake, and then 15,000 of them crossed through Mexico into our border. So when you hear someone say, "Oh, we should be giving them sanctuary," it's like, bitch, they walked through two different countries where they had sanctuary rights, and then they get to the U.S. and it's like you see visuals of like fucking border patrol on horseback, fucking whipping this, and then you see a headline like, "Oh, it feels like slavery times all over again." It's like these fools are Haitians, not African Americans,
Well, I don't think slavery is only tied to. I think
It's just the connotation of like fucking cowboys wrangling up people who are crossing our border illegally. It's like, come on,
I heard this really interesting thing about slavery the other day,
Mhm.
and this kind of goes back to accessories that we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
But I was wearing a chain, some cheap ass $6 chain. I don't need to spend a lot on a chain. I'm
It
not
just
that
looks
fucking
expensive.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was
talking
wearing
about
this
just like
chain.
regular-
Am I wearing it right now? No, I'm
No,
not
no,
wearing
just
it.
like you're just a
Yeah,
regular
just like a
chain.
gold chain. You feel me? $6. Simple. Whatever.
From the Machina?
And someone was like, "Yo, I really like your chain." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. I appreciate that." And then I was like, "When are you going to get a chain?" That's what I asked them. And they are considered black. Like that's their ethnicity, right?
They're considered black, so they're like half.
Nah,
black?
it's just like you can't say African American because not everybody's from Africa. So it's like,
Oh, so black, because people
So
say
black,
black because you're
exactly.
an American. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh huh.
so they're black, and they like looked at me crazy, and I was like, "What's the problem? Why'd you look at me
Yeah,
crazy?"
'cause
I
I'm also
asked you,
confused,
When are
yeah.
you going to get a chain?
Yeah.
And they're like, "I don't wear chains because when I think about chains, I think about slavery." And I was like, "Damn."
Wait, who is this person? Let me speak to them.
No, so
Let me get a second.
my first reaction was like that too. I was like, "What the fuck? Like, get out of here with this woke shit, bro. Go away with that."
I know,
But then
right?
I thought about it and I was like, "Damn, like, all right, you got a point. Let me hear you out." So obviously during slavery they were wrapped around in chains. And
Not gold chains. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like the dude's complaining about wanting to wear a gold chain because he's got genetic trauma.
It's
I
the-
think either whether it was a chain that was like a bike chain or a gold chain.
Yeah.
He's got like
Chain
trauma.
link.
It,
chain.
it wouldn't be like you're not gonna be like, oh, if somebody kidnaps you or whatever,
'Cause
and
the
they put
cartels?
gold chains on you, you're not
Right.
gonna be like, oh, well, at least they're gold.
Well,
Like, no, it's.
I'd be confused.
You're still restrained.
No, but yeah, continue. So you
But
told
if
this
they're a
person.
high-end kidnapper, you might be like, all right, well, at least I'm gonna get the good ransom.
Is that what
Yeah.
you think?
That's interesting.
That's the gruel would be okay.
Yeah, so my first reaction, like I said, was just, bro, go away with that woke shit, right? And then they started naming African or black artists that don't wear
Oh,
chains.
God.
And I was like, what? And one of them was Tyler, the Creator. And I was like, okay, that might be true. Tell me why the next video we watch of Tyler, the Creator, he had on a chain.
See the hypocrisy of these fucking people, dog. I swear. Let me tell you something. Like, I love it when that happens. Because they'll be like, "Oh, I don't support that," but then they go off and they'll watch a Nicki Minaj video. They'll do like they'll look at these videos and be like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. That's appropriate." Evoking the idea that, this promiscuity is cool and like having a wet ass pussy is like a normal thing. Because there are people who believe it.
That's kind of our generation that's made this
Yeah.
shit okay. Like sex work there's nothing wrong with sex work. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with sex work. But when you got 17-year-olds that are dying to turn 18 just so they can make an OnlyFans or work on a sex cam, there's got to be something wrong with that. Just a little bit. That's my
I
personal
agree with you.
opinion. That's my
I
personal
do.
opinion.
I
What
do.
you think?
You don't have to agree.
Because we can send kids off to war at 18, just to be clear. So go, you
Yes,
go.
we
that's,
can.
That's just my
the
piece
tough
right there.
part,
But you
yeah.
go. I want to hear what you
No,
got.
that's the tough
I want to
part.
hear what you got. What you
No,
got?
because I
Yeah,
agree.
but no kid,
There's something.
or not no kid, but the majority
They
of
are
kids
kids.
aren't looking forward to going to war. I said the majority. I know there are people out there that are more than excited to join the military. But I don't know. That's weird to me, bro.
Yeah, I
weird
think it's
because
not the. I don't think it's the act of like doing like, oh, these photos, these videos, or whatever, the content that they create.
right.
I think it's the money that has been like
Flaunted.
essentially, yes,
Yes.
in front, saying you can make this much. Like, look at how this person is, living because they made one. I think that's especially in this generation where it's like, especially, I mean, COVID really helped push it. But
Yeah.
entrepreneurship is like
Is the
out of this world.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
agree with that.
everybody is like, I think we've spoken about it before, and it's like, I do not care what people choose to do, whether 9 to 5 or like make your own business.
Mhm.
But I know for sure, at least I feel it, that this generation is like against 9 to 5.
Oh,
They're like, oh, you're wasting your
100%.
time or whatever. And it's like, sure, okay. And I think like that OnlyFans is one of the easiest things to, I think, get into.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
You think it's easy?
I think, well, yeah, a lot of these
He's
things I
tried.
think it's
Has
easy.
tried.
As long
I was
as you
like, I
have
tried.
good looks,
Yeah, that's a good point. I was gonna say that.
really, you
gotta
don't
be-
need a lot of skill.
Yeah, you gotta be good looking. Yeah,
Yeah.
you really do gotta be good looking. Cause I was telling him, I was like, because I brought this up last night. No, last night. It was 2 nights ago. We went to Father's last night. Was
Yeah.
it? Okay, so I was just saying that. Like,
Father's office.
I was just saying that, like, if
It's in Culver City. Great
Culver
place.
City.
yeah, let's
Very
just
good.
go ahead and let them know.
The steak is very.
The burger.
It's,
but
they've
it's really
they've
good.
Do
downgraded.
they still have the burger?
They do.
Yeah, the burger is
I
phenomenal.
made a mistake by not getting the burger.
Mm.
I was like, there are some things you pay to want to watch. For example, like doing things naked, like doing regular things naked, that'd be like something people would watch because out of curiosity. They're like, oh, I want to see what it looks like him doing this naked.
Look at
So it might-
Jackass.
Yeah.
People
so-
pay to watch you hurt yourself.
Right. So I was gonna. So I brought the
That's
example
true.
I keep referring to is like Gordon Ramsay doing a cooking show naked, right? If he did his YouTube channel naked, people would be like, "Yo, that is kind of cool," and it actually would be super popular. I'll tell you what, because I don't know. I just thought it would. I just think it's a funny example because Gordon Ramsay being the dude in the chef industry, right? Like to watch him cook naked would be like a bit of a spectacle. Like not to make fun of him, but just because he seems like a very uptight guy, right? A dude that doesn't seem to let his guard down. So to see him naked when you're at
It's
your
not
most
true. Have you
vulnerable.
watched him
Yeah,
on
I
the-
don't think
on
so.
the-
Yeah, if you
on
watch
the,
most of his content, no.
I don't watch
The
a lot
kid,
of.
the kid cooking show. What is it?
Yeah.
I don't watch
Master
those.
Chef?
Oh,
yeah.
Master
yeah.
Chef Kid or some
The
shit.
kids-
like
Well, yeah,
that.
because
the
he's
kids edition or
yeah,
whatever,
he's
yeah.
on a network. He
But
has
that,
to
but
be
when he also
professional.
goes out, like the Kitchen Nightmares, that's not the U.S., the U.K. version.
Mm-hmm.
He does a lot of like most of the restaurants. He has the people like do some event, like some team building. So it's like I know this one in one episode he like took them out to like play some game. It wasn't American. I know that much.
It was in America or was
no?
it?
It wasn't like baseball or
Oh,
it was
oh.
like it was
Play
some
some footy,
other
huh?
game or whatever. But he was getting into it. Like I think he's and the military one that I told you about the other day. I mean, he was like going in the foxholes with people. Like he was getting yelled at. It's like he's very like. I don't think that would be the issue. Is that I think he doesn't need it. First of all,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
he's well off where he doesn't need the money.
Yeah, no. See, that's
Plus,
the
he's a
thing. like-
family man. I just don't think he would
Yeah,
do
Yeah,
that.
see,
Yeah.
that's another thing too. He's got like 4 kids, 3 kids. So yeah, not like that. Cause you think about people who do OnlyFans, and like a lot of them don't have responsibilities like that. They don't have families. They don't have kids.
Yeah.
And normally they're in a relationship that is either kept hidden due to the fact that people who find out that their favorite creator, usually if it's a female,
Mhm.
that they're in a relationship, a lot of the people who follow them feel like they're missing out on their chance to,
Well, this is not just OnlyFans. This is like Twitch.
yeah.
Females
Mhm.
deal with that all the time, where they have to make it seem like they don't have a boyfriend, because they will literally lose Twitch subscribers because people. I don't know why. I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of weird to me because I feel like if you don't have a chance, you just accept that and you move on. But these people go through
Yeah.
extreme lengths. Like one of them, who was her top donator, tried to sue her for that because she was like, "Well, you didn't disclose that you had a boyfriend." What?
This is motherfuckers like
But
'cause they're-
that goes
they're-
back to
they're-
privacy, right? You shouldn't have to disclose that.
Yeah.
People, I mean, I
Nobody's
swear.
business.
No, dude, and then like, again, like if you're good looking, do your thing. Don't hesitate to sell feet pics. You know,
My feet are pretty cute.
because like I was telling him, I was like, that's one of the easiest ways to kind of enter the market is that join a fetish where you don't have to really do anything raunchy. If you're just selling your feet and people are like,
Literally dipping. their
Actually,
toes
Tell us-
in-
actually, I got
Go
a
ahead.
story for you.
Go,
So
go.
when I first moved over here, I was kind of like I wouldn't say I was in a tough spot or whatever, but I've always been one of those people where I was like, you know what, I'll do anything for money. Like fuck it, as long as I'm morally okay with it, I'm okay with it, type of shit. So I was on Tinder, and my Tinder pictures were pretty good. Like I looked pretty handsome. And one of the Tinders, like you swipe right, swipe right, swipe left. One of the people was named Underwear. And I was like, the fuck? That's super interesting. So I was like, all right, I'll swipe right, see what's up with this. It was a dude who was buying sexy male underwear. I ain't gonna lie, I sold 2 pairs. I did. All he wanted, this is weird as fuck, I know.
No.
I was weirded out too, but all he
Just wonder
wanted
how much
was,
money you
he
made.
just wanted,
Yeah,
like,
that's
he
what I
wanted
wanted.
your scent inside of the underwear. That's all it was, right? So I thought that was fucking
He wanted what?
your scent, like your body
Oh
odor.
yeah. For you to wear it. essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For you to wear it, to work out in it, whatever. I sold 2 pairs. I made $400 off of that.
what?
Imagine that. But
I
then,
am
then I
tempted.
told someone, and they looked at me crazy, and I was like, okay, I gotta block
No,
them.
see, stop. See, those people who looked at you crazy, they're not comfortable with themselves.
I was,
They-
yeah, but I was also still like really hesitant, and I was like, this could turn into like some stalker shit. This could become really weird.
Hey, if you're not careful, yeah.
And I mean, I never met the dude. I just like told him where to grab them.
Grab the photos.
But Dad, if you're listening, sorry.
Oh God.
That is crazy.
No,
That is funny
if you're
when I-
listening,
I chased the bag, man.
yeah, no, like, they're thinking $400 for just pictures or whatever.
No,
No, it was the
for my
actual thing, yeah.
underwear.
Oh shit, I got.
But that's a good problem because the only thing that I would worry about doing that
Right.
is that like I get the
DNA?
Nike ones, so they're
Oh.
expensive.
Oh.
Because I
Yes.
work out in mine, so I'm like,
I'm out
I
here
mean, as
buying
long
my
as I can
Hanes.
get a profit off of that and still buy,
And then
replace it,
replace
then
it.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
That's a nice story, Nick.
Yeah. Well, I figured it was the right time to say it.
That's dope.
Yes, there's no better time.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope that you made some profit off your underwear.
Yeah, help me pay rent that month. Shit,
Shit.
$400.
Bro, and there you go. You see, like now I feel
And that's like it's crazy to hear that. At least because it's crazy to hear it from someone that I know. Like
Yeah.
because I think that's something that's been around. Like, oh, people saying,
Yeah.
wear this and then send it to me, and it's like, okay.
It's an
and
exchange of service.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Correct. It's just it's just
yeah, peer to peer. Don't let the government know what you're up to. You should be allowed to make these kinds of transactions.
it just be interesting of like what I find interesting
Mm-hmm.
about it is like what they get, like the satisfaction that they get out of it.
Oh no, he probably beat off to it.
No,
No, more than likely.
I don't wanna just say it
because
'cause-
it's a sexual kink.
it is a king.
Yeah, it
Like
is,
they're, I'm not one of them, but there are men that keep women underwear and just like
Yeah.
sniff them when they're not around.
Sniff 'em.
I think he's one of them.
I would. I mean, if I'm with my girl, and
He was
she-
about to switch the
and she
the
was like,
topic very
she's
quickly.
like, yo, like, I'll be gone for a week. I'll be like, okay, just leave your underwear. I'll do your laundry. I'll just throw my face in there head first, just.
I don't know, but
I mean, like,
boss.
you're gonna know. You're gonna talk to your girl when she's gone, and she's like, okay, you do my laundry. You're gonna be like, yeah, I'll do your laundry, and you're just gonna be like,
I'm gonna miss her that much. Damn.
I don't know. Like, it really depends because, like, some people have that kind of thing about their relationships where they have this attachment towards them, and then
Mhm.
they can't like. They feel odd not to be around them.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't think it's also like if a woman's ever taken your sweater, it's because she wants your scent.
Yeah.
That's why.
Um,
It's also super fucking comfortable. Our clothes.
That's
are
that's
much
what I
more
was gonna say. It's
comfortable.
more for the I think the
No,
comfort.
but the main
No,
'cause
there
the-
are. I'm just saying
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it's come to me, I think it's more a comfort or because they were cold.
No,
It
'cause
was-
one of the main things that they always say is like, oh, like it smells like you.
Yeah.
and they want your set to be around them. So maybe David's not alone in this, actually.
Yeah, it's been a long time since someone's wanted to want to smell me. You know what I mean? So like I don't really know like anymore. I just remember.
Bro, you gotta hop on what's that one? The big one, Hinge? Is that what it is?
Oh, that is now
It's like one of the best
yeah,
right
it's
now.
the top ones.
right?
Yeah.
Bro, just hop on Hinge.
You think Hinge will help?
If you want to explore dating.
Do
yeah.
a lot of pictures of you and Nick.
Huh?
And then, like you guys just two together.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll get matches.
Oh no, negative.
Then you have to disclose that you're not him. It's
Him and I have been
you.
talking a lot about wanting to fucking create whatchamacallit? About creating an OnlyFans just for the sake
Oh,
of
yeah.
just for the sake of being creators, because like
Yeah.
it would be funny to think that like, because you think of OnlyFans and its main connotation is that it's sex work, right? But can you imagine if we joined?
Which
It's not. It originally
it's
wasn't
yeah,
created for
it's
that.
yeah. That's the crazy.
It's one of
thing.
those things where because I've only known OnlyFans to be a sex like.
That's because when
work
it got that
place.
amount of traction, that's what it
Yeah.
was. But it wasn't.
I mean,
yeah, like you said, it wasn't created.
One
for
of the
that.
main things was the Australia girl who helped the forest
Oh
fires.
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Was it
I
forest
remember.
fires? Do you know?
Yes,
what
there was
it
a large Australian like back burn or whatever.
She's a gorgeous woman.
She was gorgeous. God damn. I remember too.
I didn't pay for it, but
I didn't have to pay because
there was so many people that paid for it that all the money that she made, she donated to the Australian forest fires, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I do remember. I don't know.
And
who
it
she
was
is, but I
like
do remember.
such a big thing. Like it made OnlyFans look so good and all of that. And then kind of the
Well, imagine if that's what people were doing.
yeah.
If people were let's say a percentage was going to a
Sexual
foundation
education
or was-
causes and stuff like
you
that.
think people would have such a bad view on OnlyFans?
No, probably not.
No.
It's because these people are making money and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna live my life.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they're
like-
taking it for personal gain.
Yeah.
And God bless America for parts of it, because like it should be like legal across, and like it should be like this. There should be some light regulation if it's gonna just all be legal. Because like if banks don't allow you to do business with them because you're a sex worker, then that just sucks. Because
Yeah, I mean, I want to be a drug dealer. Why the fuck can't I put my money in the bank?
well,
What's the problem with
the
that? Why I
fucking
gotta give you
Oh,
a
that was
pay
the
stub?
whole. I mean, that's a. I don't know if it still is because I don't really keep up with anything. But that was a huge issue with like marijuana going legal.
Yeah.
Was that banks were
not gonna
accepting
work
it, and
in-
so they were like essentially at a fucking safe in the back
Yeah.
with all their money, which
it's
is
not safe at all.
no,
No, a lot of
the opposite is safe.
well, not a lot of places, but there were certain places in LA that got robbed at gunpoint because of that. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it is something that to me, like as I've become more aware, I hate saying the word woke, like just like being aware of something, right? Because like I remember when I was first aware of like people who struggle to like find fresh food in certain areas of the country. For example, like social, like it's called food justice, like social food justice or something. Like there's like a movement for people who fight for the right to be able to find fresh produce in inner city areas where you don't normally find fresh produce. I'm all for that because I'm a big believer in people who like find fast, cheap food to fill them up. In the long run, it's not very good for you. Besides, it unproportionately affects black people who have like, have a huge history of like, what is it, diabetes, high blood pressure, all those kinds of things. And a lot of that comes from the fact that there aren't very
White
many
people.
white people. They don't have very many options for like, for other things. And so like I was just being
I'm laughing, but I'm not joking. It's a
yeah,
big
I know.
part of it.
And it's just being aware, like, just be aware, because what the fuck am I gonna do? Go to a fucking inner city and bring fruits and vegetables every week? No, I'm not gonna do that. Like,
I'm
the
for it.
Yeah.
Because once you've eaten something that is moldy and you didn't realize it, you'll never ever want something that's a little old.
it's weird because we're so privileged that we throw away so much food
Mm-hmm.
that we don't realize it. That like we don't have like a program for like recycling food. I think.
No, we do. We for sure do.
Am I?
Yeah.
What are
I'm
they,
pretty sure.
We
they
are
clean it off and then they just put it
110%
back
have
on
a program.
on the thing.
You just
I don't think that's exactly.
They just wipe it down.
Yeah.
They're like, oh.
Just grab a wet nap and just.
Yeah, no, isn't it?
Just use different
Don't-
utensils.
Isn't it like most prominent around Christmas time for like families? that
God.
You
need
can
food,
donate
right?
food. I mean, they have like the can drive.
Yeah, the can drive.
Yeah.
I'm so
That's recycled food, dumb shit.
fuck, bro. I'm so empathetic towards people. Like, I just see people and I look at you. I look at them and I'm like, are you like okay? Like, is everything all right? Like, do you need food? Do you need help?
I thought
It
I
makes me
would
feel
think.
weird inside.
I used to be like that for sure, but then, you know, unfortunately, at least in Los Angeles, a lot of it's not always the case,
Yeah.
but sometimes when you give a homeless person money, they don't even want food.
And the problem is that I'm such an American that one time. Okay, no, this is actually how it went. I was at a taco stand, the one on La Brea in Venice, the Leo's Tacos, right?
Yeah.
And you know, there's always some person who lives on the streets, walking around asking for money. This guy walks up to me and he hit me. He's like, "Hey man, can I get some money to buy some food?" And I'm like,
I'll just get you what you want.
actually, I was like, no, I was more like, yo, okay, here's $5. Please make sure you go get those tacos. He grabs the $5. He looks at me. He goes like, "Does your boss tell you what to do with your money?" And I'm like, this motherfucker. He had a point. I'm like, all right, I gave you the money.
America.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, bro. I was like, bro, all right, yeah, fine, whatever. You're gonna spend the money however you want. Like, not a big deal. I gave you the cash. You were asking for something else, whatever. I just couldn't. It actually struck me, and that's why I've never forgotten it. Because I'm like, you know what, dude? Like, that's part of our liberty. Like, if you get paid and you got money, and like you're spending it on things that people are like questioning, like, why are you spending so much on alcohol? It's like, I don't
That's
tell
my
you how to
right.
spend your money. Yeah, I don't tell you how to like, fucking.
I would think LA by now would be sanitized to that though, because there's so many. Like look at
love this
how many
reaction.
homeless people there are.
They're not
Right.
homeless.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like
They're without a home.
you're not going to really be giving everyone.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by sanitized. It's like
Oh,
you're
okay.
kind of done as far as like living here was the reason why I really don't give homeless people any money. Was because they do exactly that. You give them money, but they turn and do something else, and that's not everyone.
Right.
But when you've had it done so many times that you're like, yeah, I might as well just keep this money for myself.
Yeah.
If that's what's gonna happen.
That-
Because I'm trying to help you, but you're not really caring about helping yourself.
Well, he might be because he went and spent that money on, his fix or whatever. Like, which is
Yeah, but that's
which is
not
odd.
That's
Yeah.
just doing a cycle.
Right.
I mean, that's not really.
It is odd because
you're not improving.
it pisses me off because I've known people who've passed away in the last 5 years, but in the whole time I've been living in LA, I've seen fools who've been living on the street my whole damn life. How are they still there? How are they still like not like suffering? I'm not saying they don't suffer enough, which is not that's not what I'm saying. It's like they already live in the street, but like when you know people who are like regular ass people and they're struggling, and then you look at these people, it occurs to me that there's something wrong there. Like there's
Because some people, it's just bad luck.
Yeah.
Yes.
They end up
It's
in
bad
just,
luck.
it's just from the beginning, they kind of were almost destined to be there. But then you look at some others, and
God's
it's like
plan.
when you're able to build and construct and become part of like a bridge, to have like AC in your little now
outside.
apartment that you've
Yeah.
made
Yes, that you've
out of
made.
all these things. It's like you're kind of choosing at this point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if that's the life you want, that's great.
Cool. Pay taxes.
But I shouldn't have to do anything at that point. Like it's not for me to be maintaining your, I don't ask people to give me money to maintain my lifestyle. I have to go out and make money.
I'm under the
Exactly.
impression.
To maintain that.
I'm under the impression that all all the porta potties, the little hand washing stations. I'm under the impression that comes out of our budget. I think, right?
Yeah, it
like
does.
who's
We have
paying
a
for that?
sanitation for sure. I mean, we pay taxes for sanitation as well.
And like, because the other day I was like, I'm pro
I
labor.
pay
I'm
a
like,
fuck ton for that tax.
yeah, I was gonna say like.
Ridiculous.
People pay taxes on those on the services for waste management, and like nobody acknowledges how much work waste management puts in for us to make sure that we don't have trash piling up all the time.
Yeah, that's true as well.
So
In, where is it? Amsterdam? No, there's some.
New York.
No, it's not just New York. There's some place in Europe where they literally do not have trash cans, and there's just trash everywhere.
Shit. You've watched Hunter x Hunter, right?
Huh?
The Hunter x Hunter anime?
Yes, I've seen Hunter.
There's in this anime there is this scene where we're introduced to a group of characters that come from a town or city that is just garbage. Garbage, right? I thought this was just like this is a fictional area. They come, it's the
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
They come
Yeah.
from a town where it's just pure garbage, like all the leftovers of society.
Crollo. I think Crollo's from there.
Most of, oh, you're right. Yeah, you're
believe
right.
so.
Yeah, he's from there. He's
Yeah.
the one who had the most trauma, right?
The
Basically,
main leader of
the group who grew up in this poverty-stricken, like below poverty, like whatever the fuck is below poverty. You know what I mean? The guy fucking lives in one of these garbage towns, and then in real life, in the real world, we have places where we dump all of our electronics, we dump all of our recyclables. There are places in, is it Egypt? Ooh, that's because it's motion censored. We've been standing still for too long. Do you want to just stand up
Just
and?
want to throw something at this.
Is it?
Uh,
It is exactly.
it's at the front entrance, I think. He's like, oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there it is.
Okay, so I was saying basically like, I know, right? Basically, like when you see like a fictional place, you think, oh, that could never happen. You know, a place where people survive and squalor. I said Waller and squalor.
Oh, yeah.
But then you go out and you research these places, and you're like, oh shit, there really is a town that is just
Toxic
garbage
waste,
of electronics. There really is a town that is just full of plastic and all kinds of toxic waste, and people live there, and many of them, they're fine, but the only way they get by is by.
Oh, you said they're fine?
Oh, look at Flint. Oh, yes.
Good.
It's a full circle. It's full circle, bro. And they want us
That's
to
a real
give mad
Trump
money
shit
to
right
these
there. You got some
Afghan
Trump energy in
Haitians.
there.
Stop saying it that way. It's just so the way you say it. It's just like these damn Afghans.
Like, can we,
Like, it's
let's
not-
bring over the people that we like. Let's bring over the families. Let's bring over the people of the families we bombed. You know, like all the weddings, all the churches, like those people that used to work there. If they're still alive, just bring them over. Like, give them status, give them refugee status. Like, I'm cool with them. But if you're just gonna bring people over by the
fucking guy.
plane load, like, and dropping them off, literally.
Okay, that was horrible.
What do you got like people don't like the nuance. Like I was talking to somebody else about it, you know. I was talking to somebody else about it and he's like, "Oh, dude, no, I don't really like talking like that." I'm like,
That's a good point.
if you don't talk like that, people are going to think you know nothing and you're just going to like let it happen. And it's like, "Well, yeah, I'm going to let it happen because I don't really care." And he's like, and I'm telling him, I'm like, "Well, you should." Yeah, and I was like, "Look, it's best to be aware
Because what are you gonna do? Are you gonna protest for them not to come here?
or catch one of them. What the fuck?"
Yeah,
You know
there's
what I
not
mean?
much you can do. I mean, that's yes, you can be aware of what's going on, but that's sometimes the problem.
Oh, yeah.
The problem with being
So
aware
during
is that
the-
you really can't do
Yeah,
much.
during the.
So it's just tormenting in your mind.
Floyd.
Tell him that story about that
Yeah,
one time
yeah.
you got called out for not being aware or making like a post about
Stupid set
awareness.
of phase. Yeah, a long time.
The black square thing?
Most prominent, pretty much.
The
during
Floyd.
the riots over here.
Black Lives
Not
Matter.
riots.
During the Black Lives Matter phase, because
Protests
it's apparently
over
doesn't
here.
exist
Black
anymore.
Square?
Yeah, it was a thing.
You
Black
recall?
Lives Matter has been
Yeah.
around for
So
a very long
because
time.
I had just moved into the area, one of the
Yeah.
not riots, but the peace protests over here at the Grove. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah. So because I had just moved into the area, one of my yeah, interesting. So anyways, basically,
Hold on,
I
like,
mean, I
your,
already
your
told it, but
recording
during the
stopped
Black
for some
Lives
reason.
Matter protest.
Why?
I got called out because I didn't go to the protest.
Should
And
the
then I was
record
like-
again? Whatever. There you go.
I mean, technically,
much.
kinda.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just finish.
But also,
Hmm?
it was just like, well, if you consider me your friend, then you'd be out there for that. And then I was kind of taken back from that. So I was like, well, why? Like, why?
Funny, because you could see it from your window.
And then I had someone tell me I had to put myself in harm's way.
You were
I
there,
had to be
yeah.
the one that takes the bullet because of my skin tone. And I was like, so I agree with you to a certain extent. Don't get me wrong, I do. But also at the same time, like, you know, I also don't agree with you. Like, no, like the rubber bullets, you know, that they were shooting.
What?
Is that what he said? No, it was more for people of color, basically, because of the fact that I am white.
Taking the harm?
Actually taking-
Yeah, like taking the bullet for the blacks.
Well, first of all, don't ever say for the blacks.
Well, that's how they wanted. That's how they.
It's just-
That's how they were putting it. That's how they were making them feel.
the way that you say things is so horrible.
Yeah, people of color.
Yeah, but that's the same thing that, you know, it's such a
Right, and
controversial thing
I
because
think
you
that's
can't
the
be.
biggest
Remember
thing
we
I
spoke
fucking
about
hate.
this when it was
Like,
like
why would
at its
Super
highest, and we were like,
controversial at the
you
time.
can't really be on either because you can't be like
Right.
unbiased and unobjective. Like you have to take a side because if not, you're considered like you're either
The
with
enemy
or
on one
against.
side. Yeah.
It's so horrible because the fact that they would be like, well, white people would need to be the shields because of their ancestors is this as saying like,
Right.
you know, when they're judged because of their skin color.
It's not.
It's the exact
I get
same
what
thing.
what you're
Being
saying,
judged
but
on their
it's
skin
more
color
than
is
just
what they're
being white,
doing
right? And
to someone who's
look,
white
I
and
was
say you should be
actually in
taking the
front of
bullet because
line
you're white.
at those
That's
protests.
the exact. It's
There's
just the other
video of it.
opposite.
And then,
You see
yeah.
You know, the other
Bubble
side of the
got
coin.
it.
It's
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying because afterwards, afterwards, you know, I was like, I thought about it and I was like, why don't?
No, take it easy. You don't gotta prove anything.
I mean,
alright?
nothing wrong.
Leave
I'm all
them
for
alone. Fucks.
Black Lives.
He said, "Pull up the
Matter."
footage."
Yeah, pull up the footage. Hey, motherfuckers are like, oh well, I didn't see you. Where the fuck were you at? like,
But, like, I'm one passing. I have the white privilege for sure.
yeah.
But that was basically what she was saying. And she was saying, well, that's your privilege that you think it's okay to not have to take that.
I'm
from
full
the bullet.
minority.
And
You too.
I kind of just was over the conversation.
It
at
goes
that
from
point,
that
and I
order.
was- I think we're. I was just like, I think we're done here. Like, there's nothing else for me to say to you if you have this thing in your mind where it's just, it's privilege at the end of the day. It's just privilege. It's privilege. It's privilege.
Bet.
Like, don't get me wrong. There
You
is
say
a
bet.
white privilege. There definitely is
Yeah,
something
you
that comes
can't.
with being white. But there's privilege in every single category.
Oh yeah.
And with that being said, let me
But there's a
quote
lot
my
of,
history
like,
teacher.
yeah,
Race
in
is a
every
social
part,
construct
yeah.
made to elevate one
It's
group
with gender.
and
It's
detrimentalize
you know
all the other groups.
now it's sexual orientation. It's there's a
now-
lot of.
He's
privilege.
probably not wrong though. I mean, like if you really think about it, that's what race is. And then you say, and it's the other problem too, right? You say, well, I don't see
I
color.
think he read that from the
And then
deck.
someone looked at you crazy, like, well, how can you
Said
not
that.
see color? You're like, well, what do you mean? We all disintegrate into the same shit at the end of the day. I really do believe that.
But then
Well, that's a good way of looking. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
yeah, but then with the issue with that, then it's
Yes.
you know, well, the you know certain like you're Mexican. You remind me every day that you're Mexican.
I do.
Right? So it's because you're proud,
I am.
right? And it's almost like because you're saying,
it's-
nah,
okay, I
this
got
is
you.
just the way I see some people when they say that, like,
Yeah.
when you say, oh, I don't see color, everybody's the same to me. It's like, well, no, I'm Mexican, or you know, like it's a part of me, and it's like, no, I understand. It's just it's when people say that they're talking more about the treatment, like how they treat people, which is you're all the same.
Yeah.
to me. I don't really care who it is. Like if you come at me crazy, whether you're
gonna hit you
black,
with crazy.
white,
Others how you wanna be
brown, it
treated.
doesn't
That's
really
what I've
matter.
always been
That's
taught.
But if
the
you
point.
come at me nice, again, regardless of what you are, I'm gonna come
That's
at you.
I really like that kind of
Comment.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that kind of train of thought honestly has not been more prevalent. I mean, more. What is it?
Yeah.
More important
100%.
than it is today because we really have to be kinder to each other, especially in the middle of a damn pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, dude. Like, we have just been talking
The
around
white girl.
so well.
She
I've been
has
wanting
a
to talk, I wanted
name.
to talk about the
And
white
her
girl
name's
that went
Gabby
missing and
Petito.
found.
Is she even white?
Oh, yeah.
Because she was a host.
She does.
Gabby Petito.
Yes.
Gabby Petito.
I did see her, yeah, but she's. I mean, she looks like an American.
Yeah,
I mean,
all-American.
like an
He's
all-American
into the
girl. It's like
Honestly,
you're gonna look for her.
fuck that guy who murdered her.
How
From
is
what
he
I know,
guilty?
she had. He's still guilty
No.
because
Did he do
OJ.
it?
killed his wife. Allegedly,
he was found not
He was
guilty.
found not guilty. So,
Yeah, but when it comes to law, it's completely different from actually doing the act.
okay, yeah, you're right. You know, I'm just being biased. I'm doing what you people do on the internet. I'm just
In-
assuming.
indeed.
I'm just assuming that this man killed her because that's what all the evidence points to. Like the news, he ran away, and like the evidence.
That's actually the same way that OJ got off. It was because
People-
they do it. His trial
Yeah.
really wasn't in court; it was outside. Like it was a media
Well,
trial.
that's not
and if
necessarily
the
true,
media
'cause
loves
the media
him,
love Ted Bundy,
that's
too.
why they
Yeah.
were like, nah, he couldn't have
This-
done it. And
Well, he fucked himself though.
yeah, and look how far he got. Like literally, if it was anybody else, he would have the first time. That would have been it. Like the first time he stepped into court. I mean, that should have been it. But he was charming the fucking judge. He got
Yeah.
the ability to go into the library and roam free. Because if he looked like you. Let me tell you.
Oh, that's a good compliment. Thank you.
You would have been
That's a
in
compliment.
chains.
Thank God.
But he was good looking where
Yeah,
it
he
was
fucked
like,
himself.
and he had charm where it was just like, no, he couldn't have jumped out the fucking
Yeah.
window and went into the woods. Yeah.
Yeah, because well, yeah, I've actually not
Love me
watched
some
any of
Ted
those
Bundy.
series.
No serial
on
killer
him.
shit, but I really
I know
do.
of him. I
It's
just
fascinating.
don't really. Honestly, like we.
Yeah. Very interesting.
I am tired of serial killer series, to be honest with you, because I usually skip the episodes in between because it's like, okay, I like the beginning when they explain why, you know, and then by the end of it, it's like, okay, so he's guilty. I want to know, like, come on, give me the rest. Because I was watching the Aaron one.
Yeah.
Is that
No,
what
no,
his
no.
name
is?
no, You're
Oh,
right. You're right. I
Aaron
was
Hernandez?
just, I was
Yeah.
so confused because
What
I
did I
thought
say?
he was
Is
killed.
that
Aaron?
Aaron?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you'd say, yeah, that's who.
Oh, is that
No,
where
no,
I got
no,
that
no,
from?
no.
Probably.
Yeah.
My
Hernandez,
dumbass.
You talk about A-Rod.
A-Rod.
Tight end for
no,
the
yeah,
New
yeah,
England
that's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
he-
okay, yeah,
he
yeah.
was
Yeah,
so
you said
Patriots,
A-Rod. Yeah, which is it is.
That is A-Rod?
his whole-
Yeah. Well,
Not just life ahead.
He
of
was
him,
gay.
He was basically done. He was getting
Life
the
ahead
next
of him.
big contract in the NFL, and he just went and fucked himself over. Off of what? Like, see,
yeah, he was the big guy. Yeah.
That
that's
shit-
why you gotta
it
be
gives
so
me
careful,
anxiety to
man,
think
because
that,
there,
like,
there are literally
I would
people
do something
out
like
there
that,
that are
not
trying to
kill baby,
ruin
but-
your life with one bad mistake at nighttime. It's not worth it, man. It's not fucking worth it.
Yeah, one small like.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Did he kill somebody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he killed.
He was
two people,
no,
if I remember correctly.
I don't believe it was.
He killed somebody, right?
Yeah, it was two
Oh.
people because of the people he surrounded himself with, which had to do with his being with him being closeted. Apparently, like I don't know why they
Well, it
make
was
this
also
angle
'cause
about
he-
him
he
being gay
had ties
and not
to
coming out,
gangs.
and that
So, yeah.
to his friends, yeah, the people who he surrounded himself with. It was really truly unfortunate because
He was a
after that I'm like,
dominant tight
really,
end.
bro, like you really
There would have been no Gronk.
threw it all away, and
There
like,
would have been no Gronkowski.
the problem was that, and he was and he seemed like such an airhead. I'm like, bro, you're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Like, if you got a girl, she's gonna do everything, and you got managers, you got people speaking into your ear, like, you're never gonna have to worry about shit. You know, people might take advantage of you, but which is exactly what I think
That's
happened.
actually what happened.
Yeah, that's why
It
I
was
think
like a proving ground,
had just-
essentially.
well, what am I saying? I don't really care
Unfortunately,
about
it
what
was
happened.
just
More like-
I don't
yeah,
know where
it
you're
was,
saying.
yeah,
to them,
and-
they basically decided, well, he has the resources to get away with it, so put it on him, type of shit.
Yeah.
I remember like watching that thing on the trial, and the people who were like speaking out against him or were like trying to like defend or something. I forgot exactly what it was happening, but like just the act of talking about the situation and trying to hide it, right? Because
Right.
he's trying to hide the fact that he did anything. It's just like, dude, like how does that not keep you up at night? You know, he's got the heart. You know the line. He's on the dark side. You know, he's letting that dark take him over, and it's not allowing him to really be a good person. Maybe he thought what he was doing was good in the terms of his social circle, like, oh, I can do this, and like,
Yeah, see, I mean,
I'll be
I
known
think
as that guy.
essentially it also comes down to more of like morally how you view the situation. Like the people who murder pedophiles, right? Like it's still murder at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But to them, it's morally
Right,
never
yeah.
wrong. And to us, right,
Right, yeah.
we're like, well, it's definitely not morally wrong. Like, this person deserves
Yeah,
to
kill
die.
them.
But
Kill
then
the
it's like you
pedophiles,
took a fucking life. So that's where that becomes hard.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's, you know, I'm not saying that these people had It's so tough because you don't know whether they're like serial pedophile or like serial molester, and yeah,
Yeah, but the people who have it coming, as it were,
right.
it's just not up to us. I don't. It's just not up to us to like be able to. I mean, there are so many people that. Maybe not so many people, but there are people
But,
where I'm
okay,
like,
so
oh, they just need to like die. But it's not up to me to be like, oh,
But
it
here's
needs
the
to be
the
done
part
for
to it,
sure.
right? Like, let's say you personally know someone who has gone through that, and no, negative. No, I'm just saying,
No.
like,
Oh, I
let's say
was gonna
you know
say-
someone that was molested, and they're like you're like rock type shit, right? How are you going to react? I mean, you're going to be in a fuck ton of anger, and who's not to say that you go over there to beat him up, and you accidentally hit him in the temple, and now he's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tough because one bad decision can ruin your whole life. The fuck?
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about bad decisions recently. not not
wanna
like
live
that.
like a
It's just
narco
like a
or
matter of
what?
being aware. No, I mean, if we had more time, I'd be talking more.
Because you're close.
I know, right? I'd be talking more about that, but we can talk about that next time. But we can wrap it up, guys. If you guys like, we've been having a lot. This was really fun.
This is a long.
It felt long.
long chat, yeah.
It felt long, yeah. But actually,
It felt long.
but it actually went by faster than I
Would
thought.
you guys like get some beer?
Guys,
Some beer
we
and
really.
drink? What's your thoughts on that?
Fuck it,
A
yeah.
lot of thoughts. Hold on.
Yeah, we can chill after this, of course. Yes. I just want to
Beer and
say
drink is the
thank
same
you
thing. Beer and
to
food.
everybody as always.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, the
Beer and
brewery
food?
right here. We can walk. We can literally
We can
walk.
go. Yeah, we can walk. I just want to say thanks everybody again for tuning in. If you want to tag along to the beer
I'm gonna put it in the
beer or
comment
whatever,
section if you want
great.
to come.
Yeah, put in the comments and be like, oh, I'm down. Be like, all right, cool, we'll meet you there. Thank you, Rick, for coming such a long way. I know you don't enjoy traveling. I don't enjoy traveling either. For those of you who watch the show, you know that I hate the act of traveling. I love just being there already. I wish we could just instant transmission somewhere. You know how Goku does it?
Yeah, teleportation. Yeah.
I just really wish. Do you have anything you want to say to close off? Will you be back?
I will be back. But
Tell them tell them we want to do like skits and stuff. I've mentioned it to the audience before.
don't
No?
tell me what to do.
Okay.
Um,
That's right.
But yeah, David and I are working on a little series, but we're still in the writing
Production,
kinda,
pre-production.
yeah, stage. So, but obviously you guys have thinking out loud that keeps
You
everyone
busy,
busy. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
and entertained.
somewhat, yeah. For 10 minutes, right? For about 10
minutes
to
before
15
good-
minutes.
yeah.
Before you're like, oh, okay, I've had enough. Yeah, and also, you guys will still get your Thinking Out Loud episode. Don't worry about it. If we've got one ready for you guys. And then, yeah, Nick, you got anything you want to say before we sign off today?
No, I mean, Rick, it's a pleasure to see you again. Thanks for having me on your guys' show.
Great to be here.
No, I have. That was a good. Yeah.
It seems like
I was gonna say no. You're welcome for being on my show. Just gonna say, yeah, you're right. This is the hour one, yeah. But you're included in it now. It is. It is. Yes, but we're getting ready to vote him off the board. If that, in the simplest terms.
Don't
But I don't
quote
think
me.
I should be able to. I don't think I should say that out loud.
Don't
'cause
quote me on
I
that.
might get sued. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you guys next time. Peace.